Yo, what's going on, guys? Achilles here, and as requested, I'm doing another one of these weak spot guides that you guys wanted me to do. So this time we're going to be doing the mouse and the E-100. I figured I'd throw these two together just because there's not as many quirky spots that you can throw together like there were on the E3. There's a lot of really weird spaces you can pen the E3, and I figured I'd throw the E-100 and mouse together just because they're two very strong German tanks that, you know, the E-100's weaknesses are a little bit more obvious. Well, the biggest weakness is a little bit more obvious, but some of the other ones are a little overshadowed by the other ones. So the first one you're going to see here is the turret ring. Now, I wasn't exactly in the best tank to be penning this reliably. The AP shells on the 121 are only 258 pen, and I was shooting up at it, so it wasn't just a flat 90 degrees. It takes me a couple times to actually pen it. You're gonna see here. I think I finally penned it the fourth time when I shoot the left side. But that spot is a flat 250. So if you have like 275 pen or something like that, you're gonna reliably go through it. If you have like an E50M or a Russian medium or something like that. So there's the first one, right in the turret ring. And this is the one everybody knows. It's the good old lower plate. That's where the transmission's housed, and you can actually shoot that and set them on fire if you get lucky RNG and hit modules. You can pen that at most angles. It's not very hard. And then here's the top bar. This is only 150 millimeters thick, so you can pen that pretty easily if you can hit it. It's a pretty small target. Now, one thing I wanted to say here is that when you're face hugging the E-100 and your tank is really short, you're not actually going to be able to shoot the bar. So you're going to have to either load gold and shoot through his turret, or you're going to have to spam or back up and try to shoot his lower plate. Now, I wanted to say here that the viewport is not a hitbox. I repeat, not a hitbox. If you hit it, you won't do any damage. All you're going to do is just knock out his viewport. If you hit the lower part of that, which is consistent with the actual bar, then you will do damage. But other than that, just shooting the top doesn't do anything. And then right here is the good old drive wheel. That is probably the most important one to learn, just so you can track him and keep him in place. And then another thing I forgot to mention that Ice brought up to me is that if you're in a really low tier tank and you don't have very good pen, that back part of the E-100 turret is the only spot that you can actually pen the E-100, so that's a really good tool. Now onto the mouse. This one has a little bit more quirky spots. Obviously the lower plate, it's 200 millimeters thick, so if he angles it at all, it's going to be pretty tough to go through. And then the turret cheeks here are 240 millimeters thick, so you can pen that pretty easily with most guns. And then as you can see again, the viewport is not a hitbox. Now the next thing I'm going to show you here is the actual shooting through the tracks to get through the side armor of the mouse. The mouse's side armor under that entire huge side skirt is actually only 80 millimeters thick. So if you can shoot under the mud flap here and hit just the tracks and go into the side, you will pen 99% of the time. You know, even if he's angling at the slightest, or even if he's over angling just a little bit, if you shoot the spaced armor plus the tracks, you might just do track damage just because of how much armor is right there. As you're going to see here, if you just shoot the tracks, you're going to do damage every single time. Do not shoot the mud flaps. You will only track them unless you have a super high pen gun. Now, while I'm reloading, I'm going to shoot the back of the turret on the mouse, the same thing that was on the E-100. I just wanted to let you guys know that if you guys can comment down below or just let me know on the forum post what tanks you want me to do next. I know there's a lot of tanks that people have issues with, you know, like T95s, you know, IS-4, stuff like that. Those I can do compilations together with just because they're not very complicated. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight this again. Once I finish reloading, you're going to see this is another good spot. I don't know if you can hear Ice in the background, but he said if you're in a light tank, that's the only spot you can pen the mouse, so keep that in mind. Now, the next thing you're going to see is me shooting the mud flaps and how it's not going to do any damage and it only just tracks them. Keep that in mind when you're shooting in a mouse. Just because you don't want to waste your shots, you're going to see here that I'm only going to do track damage if I shoot the mud flap. Even though it's red, that's just spaced armor, so it's not going to actually penetrate. You're just going to do track damage. And this last little thing I wanted to show you guys, it's a little bit of a treat. We were screwing off a little bit, and you're just going to see some funny things here. I thought this was only available on the PC, but apparently it is here, and I'm just going to stop talking and let you guys watch. So this has been Achilles. Thanks you guys for watching, and let me know what you guys want me to do next. Can you get off or no? Okay, there you go. Yes, he left. Patho left war. He's trying to join us. Whoa! I can't even see it, but whoa! What the hell? Yo! Oh my god! I didn't think those were real! I didn't think they could do that in this! No, dude! Dude, I didn't think you could do that on here. I thought that was just a PC thing.